Yo, 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 yo. Greetings and salutations, my folks. My name is Brian Thomas, and I am here to get the word out for a kidney that I'm going to need. I've been battling this kidney disease for a good 20 years now. First diagnosed in 2005, so yeah, 20 years. And it's been quiet. It's been controlled until the middle of last year when I got COVID for the first time. I was fighting it, staying away from people, and the mask, the hand sanitizer. I was fighting it for a long time and was not able to keep it far, far away. So it actually accelerated my kidney disease to from what they call primary to collapsing, and now um, it puts me down the road of kidney failure or end stage renal disease. So we are getting the word out. We're campaigning, looking for a person who is willing to donate their kidney to us. Yeah, that's the need. So we'll talk about what you can do and where you can go on different things more so towards the end of the live. But since we're here, Tamara's joke book. Since it's just me, let's see Tamara's joke book. No, that's not funny. Here we go. What's more amazing than a talking llama? A spelling bee. What do you call two banana peels? Slippers. What room does a ghost never use? A living room. All right, last one here. Around what time is it when an elephant sits on your fence? Time to get a new fence. All right, so what we're going to do today? I was going to say, let's do what's your favorites? Just so we can get quirky and you can find out a little bit more about me. I mean, you know a lot, but it's always good to hear more um, and really dig down deep into who the ball dude is, right? Okay, so favorite pizza topping. I texted you twice.
You did? I haven't checked my phone.
Twice.
You did?
9:15 and about 10 minutes ago.
And I was thinking about it, I'm like, oh, I guess Brian doesn't want to do it. You know what? My phone, I have it set so, look.
You have it set like so my messages don't come through?
Yeah, but it's on Do Not Disturb at a certain time. So nothing comes
So
through.
do not disturb. Even her husband doesn't even get through.
Hi.
You get you your chair?
I'll get my chair. Just a sec. I'll be right back.
Can you grab me one of those little mini sodas,
Sure.
please? So I'm not going to be alone today. I'm going to have my better half with me. Favorite pizza topping? I mean chicken. I mean I like a barbecue chicken slice. I like a buffalo chicken slice. Um, yeah, I would say chicken. Sounds good to me. Favorite show to binge watch? I mean, there is no other show besides Martin. I'm literally on the probably the has to be the 20th, maybe 25th time I'm going through the show right now because it was on it's on Netflix. It was on HBO Max. That's the last time I did it, and then now on Netflix. I would love to binge watch In Living Color, but I can't find it anywhere, and I'm not going to pay money for it because that's crazy talk. Um, yeah. Favorite type of dessert? I got to be all American apple pie. My wife makes a fantastic apple pie. Actually, you know what? There's three different desserts that she makes that are actually pretty good. She makes a great apple crumb pie. Thank you. She makes a great pineapple upside down cake, and she makes what's that sour cream one you made?
I don't remember now. It's too
Banana
late.
sour cream or something like that. Smash. That one was really good too.
I don't bake anymore.
What's your favorite type of dessert? Ike.
No. I like cake, but it has to be cake and ice cream, not just cake by itself. But it has to be like a chocolate frosting. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Sorry, that's just like.
I was
Now
doing your favorite questions. I can go back to the other list.
did you
though.
do the dad jokes?
I did.
Well, hi, I'm Tam. This is Brian. Did he tell you why we're here?
I went through that whole
You
thing.
guys have been here for 6 minutes.
Yes, I went
He's
through the
been here
whole
for
thing. I let him. I went all the way back to 2005.
Oh, you did that already?
All of
In
it.
6 minutes? And you're
Yep.
on these jokes?
Yep.
He
You want
gave
to do
you a.
these? You want to do the other ones that we're doing?
Ziggy, what's wrong?
He
You want
went
to come
out
up?
already. He went out
He
already.
went out? Oh, so you're just being annoying.
And they had treats.
Oh, you had a treat. So what is it then? I don't trust him. That's the problem. Wait. Oh, we're doing these. I was gonna.
No, I said either this, the favorite thing that I was just doing, or we can go back to the other thing. Remember we left questions on that one.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Who you think
so
you are,
sorry.
me?
I think so. I'm tired. I was gonna say, do you want to read that thing? From the person I showed you
Thing.
about the donor?
If you want to read it.
No? Yes?
So if you want to read it, go ahead.
Or you think I should just post it?
Post it.
Really? You think people are gonna read it?
Maybe.
Okay, so let me just explain this. So I, like my crazy self, I saw somebody post on some group I'm in, of course, and on Facebook, of course, and she was mentioning how like she was a donor, and it was such a great experience. Blah blah blah. It was like her first time ever having a surgery or something. So I messaged her and I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." I'm like, "How? Like, what was it like from a donor's perspective? Because I'm not a donor. I have no idea." And to talk to someone directly who has went through it, has never gone through surgery, never thought twice about doing something like this, and then did it. Um, it was so I asked her if I could private message her. So I private messaged her, Ziki, calm down, baby. And I was like, okay, so I have a lot of questions. And she's like, I can give you my whole story. I'm like, perfect.
Whole story.
Ziggy, stop. What?
It was a dark and gloomy night. She went way back.
Look what you're doing to my arm, babes. Okay, I'm gonna take him out.
It wasn't me.
Can you unlock the hell? I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna read this story. I'm not gonna give her name because I don't know if she wants her name. Well, I'll give her first name. Her name is Amanda. I don't know this person at all. Okay. To be continued. ...
Back to the regularly scheduled program. Favorite article of clothing that you own? I like sweatshirts with the hoods. I mean, I feel protected by hoods, so I do like that. Favorite grocery store? I mean, Whole Foods is great, but it's expensive as all get up, right? So I would say yeah, I would stick with Whole Foods. I mean, I've been shopping right now at BJ's now because you have these two kids that just eating you out of house and home, so you got to keep up on stuff. And the prices at BJ's you can't beat. But you can't leave there without spending like a bajillion. Like it's always like 250, like 300. You can't leave there with just paying just a little bit of money. You can't. You go in there for one thing, all of a sudden you got 3 shopping carts pulling into your car. Who is your favorite Disney villain? Scar, Lion King Scar. Thought he was pretty good. I mean, he went to the last bit. Scar was good. What's your favorite music playlist on a long road trip?
Actually, watch them go because they both had to go.
They both went.
Dads. Okay. Wait. Can I? Are you in the middle?
Not good.
No, go ahead. Finish your
No,
question.
I'm done.
No, finish your question.
What favorite music playlist on a long road trip? Anything with Tom Misch. He's incredible. Mishy Mish, as she calls him.
Okay, I'm back to. Okay, so we were just gonna read a story. Wow. Somebody's Amanda's girl Amanda from online about her being a donor. So okay, I'll read it and just so you guys can, and I will post this actually to Facebook as well. That way you can read it on your own as well. But I thought it was a very interesting and real life perspective from somebody that just went through it recently, and this wasn't on her mind. It wasn't something like, oh, you know, and when I get older, I'll be a donor or something, right? It's okay. She's just, you know, a typical person, just like one of us. So she's like, I am a 34-year-old woman who has a family history of chronic kidney disease. My grandfather is on dialysis, and my dad was at a very minimal kidney function until this past year. Both family members were diagnosed in their early 20s and 30s. That sounds familiar, like you. And always had high blood pressure. I, on the other hand, have no factors showing I would develop it. So I was my dad's best option. So she was her father's kidney donor. However, I was not a match for him. I am A positive and he is O positive. I really thought that stopped all of our options on me donating until I heard of the paired donation, which immediately was explained to us. My kidney would go to a lady in Oregon who had less than 1% chance of finding a match. Less than 1%. I was a perfect match. My dad found a kidney from a gentleman in Boston who was a perfect match for him. Within 3 months of getting my all clear for surgery, we got a date. Our date of surgery was August 28th, 2024. I have never had surgery and I was completely petrified. 3 weeks was our waiting period, and in that time frame, had to constantly remind myself that I was helping not only my dad, but a lady who may never get another chance. That right there helped me through my fears. I am married with 3 children, so it was extremely scary not knowing what the outcome would be, as we have never known anyone who has donated a kidney. The day before the donation, we drove to Tampa to stay in a hotel and prepare for the next day. Driving to the hospital at 5 a.m., scared that was that I was making the wrong decision was the hardest part. I went in the back, got all prepped, and waited for my surgeon to come in. When she did, I started crying my eyes out and saying goodbye to my husband, kids, and parents as they were all there. Before I left the prep room, they gave me some nice calming medication, and I remember nothing after saying goodbye to my family. I woke up from surgery very groggy, of course, and I don't remember much. I did, however, say good. I don't remember much how much I did or think, but however, she remembers saying goodbye to my dad because he would soon be getting prepped for his transplant. His kidney was coming in at 5 p.m. I know they gave me some medication and I went back to sleep for about 4 to 5 hours. I woke up and got into a wheelchair by myself and went to see my dad before he was taken away for surgery. My dad's surgery was a little more complicated as his kidney didn't arrive on time,
Oh.
and so it got pushed back a little. He got done around 1 a.m. and unfortunately couldn't have visitors until the next day. The next morning, I got up, I got dressed, and went up a few floors to see my dad. I was completely I was completely walking on my own, hardly any pain medication, and climbed into bed with my dad to give him the biggest hug. He was doing he was doing as I'm sorry. He was doing good as well. That same night, I went home. We lived 2 hours away from the hospital, and I had no trouble at all for the drive home. Once I was home, they gave me some mild pain medicine, non narcotic, and a wrap to wrap my belly, and it was the best thing they could have given me. The first few days after being home, I was sore, but not anything excruciating. Very tolerable. My dad got home a few days after me, and we recovered at home. Once my donation was done, I did not have to see any more doctors, and all my testing was done for 6 months. I just had to follow up blood work, and so far, everything, I just had follow up blood work, and so far, everything is looking pretty good on my end. Also, my dads are also doing great. I did hear from the lady I donated to, her nurse, and they told me my kidney is working like two kidneys in her body. That reminds me that I was meant to donate, and I do not regret my decision. I not only saved my dad's life, I saved a complete stranger, and I am so thankful to have been given the opportunity. If I had another kidney I could share, I would do it tomorrow. I have to give the biggest shout out to my mom, though. She had two people who she loved more than anything, have surgery the exact same day and managed to hold herself together for the both of us. I 100% would recommend giving the gift of life because I would do it 1,000 times over if I had the chance. Attached, you will find a picture of me and my dad the day after our surgery. I really hope this helps someone else donate because there is no better feeling than saving someone's life. And I will. Here's a picture of her dad. Let's see if we can. So I thought and she said if I need anything else, please let her know. And I said I might. I asked her if I could read it on our live. I told her we were gonna go live today. So maybe Amanda's here. This Amanda. That I'm hoping she is. But if not, she also is willing to answer anyone's questions. So if anybody is ever considering, or is pondering about it, this is somebody I do not know, so I did not coerce her or anything, but she's willing. And as you saw, she gave you the real scoop of yes, she was nervous. Yes, she was right before, oh my God, am I doing the right thing? I'm freaking out, and then realized this woman might not have another chance to have this kidney. Less than 1%. She was a hard match, and that's what we've heard stories like that. And those are the people that don't get kidneys. Those are the people, and the people with O positive, because there's so many people in need and there's not enough kidneys given. Those are the people that die. And here we are, we could all give. And I just, from I was saying to somebody recently, I'm I wish a lot of us knew, because I think a lot of people have no idea about them being able to donate a kidney, and maybe even a part of a liver. I don't know how that donation process goes. I can't talk about that, but donating a kidney and have minimal impact physically on your life. It is a 30-minute surgery. And it's not even a surgery for the donor.
For the donor.
It can be, I think it's 30 max, and that's including them taking you in, setting you up, talking to you, laying you down on the bed and putting a mask on, and you fall asleep, right? But it's such a minor little incisions that I understand how she's saying this. I only can talk about I've had surgeries, 2 C-sections, and I've had my gallbladder removed. You would love to hear her speak. I asked her if she would want to do a video with me before this. I originally wanted to talk to her face to face, and she said she would feel comfortable only messaging and sending me the message. So that's, and I have to respect her privacy. She doesn't know me. She does. I wasn't comfortable being live or being on social media, and I'm sure if she's not an influencer, she's not probably someone that wants to put her life everywhere on social media. So this is probably very uncomfortable, and she doesn't know who I am. So I will tell her that people are interested to hear from her, if she's willing, and maybe in the future she might. Are we still okay?
Fun.
Okay, because I like to see what's happening. We
So
look frozen.
this one's frozen here, but everything
Okay.
else is working.
Um, and we
That's
can.
all.
I mean, like maybe in the future. But I do. Okay, so I do have somebody else speak that you guys met before. Khalil, that we talked about, had his kidney surgery, but he was a recipient, so he could only talk about the recipient side. And I'm sure he would talk about it. He's home now, doing well. Had his first follow up today, so he's gonna keep us in the loop of what's going on. Um, oh, Allison, this is somebody that you asked who is this? Somebody I saw a post in one of the kidney groups on Facebook, that she was like, she's like, I would do this 100 times again. She's like, it was the best experience of her life. And I messaged her separately. Messaged her and asked her if I could message her separately. And I asked her a ton of questions. And she's like, I can give you my story. And she did. And yeah, so what were we going to say?
We're freezing on everything.
Are we frozen? I'm stopping because I'm not sure.
Okay. I mean, people aren't saying anything here, so.
Okay, they said we're good. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see. Explain how wait, go up for a little bit, Brian. I'm gonna. Yes, Allison. Yes, she was a donor. She is a 34-year-old female. Looks like they live in Florida. She donated to her father. And but she was going to be a donor for her father. She was not. And so Moses, here goes your answer. How does she donate to two people? And this is how she saved two people's lives. She was not a match for her father. They were not the same blood type. And this is why when people ask, what's Brian's blood type? I don't like to give it out because people instantly go, oh, I'm not the same, and they stop. And that's not the end. There's options. So, like she said in the story, she thought that was it. There was no other options. The transplant center said, no, no, no. There's something called a paired exchange program, which we've talked about on here. And for those who do not know, a paired exchange program is for situations just like this. Two people are not a match for each other. So let's say I was donating to Brian. I am not a match. I do not have the same blood type, or other things just don't match up. I can still donate. So they did the workup of her. She became a donor for her father to this woman that was a very hard person to match. So this woman has been waiting to get a kidney. She said that had a less than 1% chance to find a match for her. Less than 1%. And this woman, Amanda, this 34-year-old woman, Amanda, was a perfect match for her. It's just so she saved this woman's life. And by doing that, she also saved her father's life as well. That's what I'm talking about, of how impactful this can be, and not even just for our situation. Like, yes, I want that for Brian, but I also am now advocating
if
for.
we can save another nephro, bro.
I'm just advocating for being a donor, like the kidney world at this point, because people do not know, and I want to make sure, as much as I can and much as we can, I want to get it out there that people are at least educated and aware, so that way you can make an informed decision whether or not that is for you or not. But a lot of people think, oh my gosh, a surgery, you're taking something from me, and you're freaked out, and then you're turned off, and then you're like, no way, and you don't go any further. And hearing it from someone that just went through this happened to her surgery date was August 28th. And yes, the complication that they went through was the fact that her dad's kidney came late. It was being flown in or driven in or something. It came late. So his surgery was supposed to start at 5 p.m. and it didn't start until 1 a.m. in the morning. So there's your, oh, things can always happen. That's what happened to them. Past that, she's saying they're both doing amazing. She's feeling good. Her life is perfectly fine. Her labs are perfectly good. Her dad's labs are doing well. and this is what I'm hearing from people that I've spoken to and that we've heard from who've donated. This is the exact same experience that I'm hearing over and over and over. And everyone, I haven't heard one person say that they wish they did not donate.
Mm.
We haven't read that. I haven't read it. I haven't heard it. I haven't heard anybody say, "Oh my gosh, it was the scariest thing after. I can't believe I got through it." A lot of people say I was nervous. I was nervous. I didn't know. I've never been through surgery, or I have had a surgery. I didn't know what the recovery was going to be like.
Rightfully so.
Yes, rightfully so. Of course, you're going into the operating room. But
But
everyone comes out saying, "Oh my God, I wish I had more kidneys to give because I would give another." So I mean, it sucks that I can't give a kidney because I'm like, even if you didn't need one and I knew about this, now I'd be like so gung ho about like I'm giving my kidney to somebody because
I,
I'm saving somebody's life.
that's how it was out that one lady at my nephrologist office. She's like a support person. Her daughter has the same condition as me, FSGS, and she was a lot younger when she had the collapsing FSGS, and a stranger donated their kidney for her daughter, and now mom and her husband are both donating kidneys
To
because
strangers.
they were just taken, they were just taken aback by somebody offering up their kidney for their daughter, and keeping their daughter here on this earth. So they felt they had a duty to do the same.
Uh, yeah, I'm just trying. I think like when I mentioned this to I was on the phone with NYU, because I was like, oh, maybe I can donate, because I got the clear from my cardiologist, and NYU was like, nope, you're on a blood pressure med, and you're on two, and you can't. Sorry. So I'm like cut out. So anyway, so I was telling them how we've been going live, and we started a Facebook group and social media and YouTube and everything else. So to look for a donor for Brian, but also bring awareness to raise money for Brian. And but I said also really a big part of this is to raise awareness for kidney disease and what people are going through, because again, dialysis. I had no idea that people were so sick, that they were so exhausted, that they're constantly in and out of a hospital. I had no idea. I had no idea. To me, when you hear dialysis, people go, "Oh yeah, I have dialysis." Oh, they go a couple times a week, and it's a long period of time, and you just figure, okay, it's a long period of time. But think about that: you're working, and all of a sudden, you have this is dialysis day. You got to stop in your appointments at 11 a.m. There goes 3 to 4 hours of your time in the middle of the day that you have to go to dialysis. If you do not go, that is your life. You're dead. Like there's no, I'll take the pill later. I'll do it
I don't
later.
feel like going today.
Whatever. Yeah, there's no option of I'm depressed. I'm staying in bed. There's snow on the ground. There's none of that. There is no option. They have to go. And when you put it in that perspective, it's like, wow. And here, these people are waiting for the people that want them and that can have them. They're waiting for a kidney. They're waiting. They're on this deceased donor list, or maybe maybe they have a living kidney donor, or maybe they do not have a living kidney donor, and they're just waiting, and they're basically buying time. And here we all are. We have organs that we do not need. Our one kidney can function as two perfectly fine. And we have this extra piece of organ in us and that we can give to somebody else, and that keeps them alive and helps their family. I just don't even understand like how this is not all over the place. And I wish I knew this prior to having my children, because I did not have high blood pressure prior to having my kids. That's when I got it. I got preeclampsia the day of delivery for Ayana, and I wish I knew this. I mean, things work out the way they're supposed to work out, but I guess I'm supposed to advocate. That's what I'm doing now. At this point, I'm advocating. I'm just going to be very annoying. So you're going to hear me say this all the time. I'm going to keep bringing it up. I'm probably going to post this video to multiple sites so people can hear this. And hopefully somebody in these random sites say, let me look into this more. And that's what I'm hoping our Facebook page does for people. I'm hoping people will come to our Facebook page and see what's being posted day to day, and glimpses of information about kidney disease, glimpse like information about dialysis, all the little stuff that you have never thought about. But here it is right in your face, easy to digest because I'm trying to keep it very simple. Um, and for you to make an informed decision and just consider. And then if it's like, where do I go? Listen, I can give you a transplant center, but the National Kidney Registry, I'm sure, would help walk you through it. I will say, not every transplant center is the same. Some are better than others. So I would look if that matters to you. I know the one that we're going through, NYU, is phenomenal. When we walked through that process, it was so easy. So to me, I was like that. It was like hand holding. So I felt like that would be good for our donors for some of the other places that we are going to get on the list for, especially also because it's here. But they have amazing ratings. So that's something else to consider. But I just want people to know that you have options to save a life easily, and it won't impact you in a negative way. It'll be positive. I mean, I don't know. Did we miss some stuff on here, Brian?
No, you didn't.
I
You
mean,
dropped the
yeah.
microphone. Oh, no, no. Alice and well, Khalil just hopped in.
Hi, Khalil. Khalil's the
Uh,
one that just had the surgery, the kidney pancreas surgery.
See, Nefro bro, tap it in.
Oh, yay. No, don't be sorry if you're late. You're never late. We're on time.
Whenever you get here, you're on time.
Good, Allison. I'm glad you're working on a page for Bobby. You got to do it. Yep, and that's the kind of what I've been telling people. Start the pages, get informed. People do not know. People in your life, even if you say, oh, they need a kidney or they're on dialysis, they do not understand the impact that it has on your loved one or anybody, because they could be the person tomorrow that needs dialysis. You do that. There are so many people that have kidney disease or that are going to have kidney disease because of diabetes, because of kidney diseases everywhere, pretty much. Like they have no idea what people are going through and how easy it is for one of them to save somebody else's life. It's easy, and that's what is blows my mind. So okay, so let's see. I'm gonna scan up on here. I feel like we missed a couple. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Okay, so Allison, you mentioned. What's wrong? I'm just leaning on you.
Okay.
As you mentioned, you have a classmate who has a child who has had two kidney transplant from living donors. First transplant was age 3. Second transplant was in 2023, I believe. Yeah, I mean, people are doing it and they're fine. And like I've mentioned before, I had a classmate from graduate school that told me her mom had a kidney transplant and she's only had one kidney transplant and she's still on the same kidney for 40 years. 40. 40. And then I'm seeing, and okay, so typical, they're saying if it's living about 15 to 20 years, but I'm hearing a lot of people tell me, oh, I've had this kidney for 30 years. I've had it for whatever. As long as you're trying to take care of it, and sometimes,
You have to.
yeah, but not every, but like try to do better.
Yeah.
This hopefully this kidney will work for you. And not all cases, even if you do your best, doesn't mean it's going to, and you might need another transplant. And that happens. And some of these diagnoses from
Could
the
be
kidney
factors
disease,
outside of your control.
yes, like they can come back, so it could impact your new kidney, which at least you're starting up higher, and you probably are going on a decline. So they could end up back in the same situation, but you're giving them life. Um, they're vibrant. They're moving around. They're not attached to a wall. They're not attached to a machine that's attached to a wall. Imagine that. I'm attached to a wall. I can't go anywhere. I can probably walk to the bathroom and come back and sit here as this tube is in my arm and I'm getting dialysis so I can get up and take care of my kids later. Sorry, I'm just like, I feel like I'm passionate today. I was
You are.
tired
You
before I
are.
started this.
I mean, that's why I was trying to get it done without you, but
Oh, Oh, you
your
were?
passion is coming through,
It was
and
needed today.
listen, do what you gotta do.
Okay, so you said she was 15 on her last transplant. Okay. Uh, Allison, Moses asked Allison, is she doing well? And Allison, you do not have a clue. And Moses says, dialysis sucks. The schedule is awful. They are cold. They are weak after. Yes, I've heard. That's what I hear. Everyone says very cold, weak. It takes them like a day to recover, and then that day you're recovering, you're back at dialysis. Like what? Yeah. Um, you said she's dealt with rejection for a while, but she's now doing well. Her grandmother gave her an amazing sweet 16 party. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. I'm just catching up on people
Commence.
comments so I can make sure I'm responding. I have met a nurse who donated to her husband. Yeah, we're doing the same. You're working on Bobby's page. Good. Bobby is Allison's husband, and he is on dialysis. And so I don't know how long he's been on dialysis, Allison. I don't remember, or how long he's been in this process of looking for a kidney. But I'm glad you're also going to be looking at at Mayo. Yeah, just do the research online about reviews, because people have come to me and said, "Oh my gosh, go to look at this hospital because I've heard so and so get a kidney or whatever in this short period of time."
But then you go to the
That's
NKR website and you can see how many they've done in a year. You got some people some places that have done 2 or 3 in a year. That's not you want to.
that, but I wasn't even thinking that, Brian. I was more so thinking uh, they're not rated well. They have a high rate of rejection
Yeah.
after the first year or after the first 3 years.
Are they just
Usually the
giving the
3 year.
kidney, or are they looking to make sure it's compatible? That's the key.
And how compatible. So you want to go to a site, you want to go to a clinic that is, and not all transplant centers use this, that are looking at epaulets. There's something in the protein of on your proteins that they look at this, and that's how they find a really good match for you. So there's less likely to have rejection. Those are the sites you want to go to. You do not want to just go to any transplant center, because you can get your transplant and then a month later you're in rejection
Back in the road.
and you're back in this process and you start the process all over again.
Yeah,
So
you don't get back put into your space on the list.
you lose your
Once
space.
you get the new kidney, you're right from the list.
You could be from a deceased list. Let's say you could have been on that list for 6 years, get a kidney, whether it's living or deceased. That kidney fails. You are back to the beginning, day one, on that deceased list now, and you have to accrue time to be able to get another kidney, which is crazy. Okay, Sasha says prompting good transplant centers, I feel, does encourage others more. Yes, not every place is the same. Absolutely. Not every place is the same. Allison says Dallas is too dense and too many people need transplants. Well, we're in New York. We have the worst rating of kidney transplants.
Yeah, she
And
said 5+ years. We're 7 to 8.
we're 7 to 8,
Well,
and
also
California is 10.
because of the yeah.
It's, we have a lot of people, a lot of need, and we don't have enough um, people donating, whether it's living or deceased. And hope I'm not, you don't want to encourage someone to be deceased to donate. Like, so you hope in this case, it's like this can easily be done with somebody that's living.
They need to
And-
find a way to do it. Make a 3D printer.
That hopefully, I mean, they're trying pigs, but the pigs thing, we know it's not really. I think someone died.
What if I'm
and-
Muslim?
No, well, that's
Oh, mess with swine.
you do not have to take it. It is your option. You know, but at least it's an option. I'm not saying that's the best option. Okay. Allison, you said yes. We have to go north. You can look at the organs less person needing one ratio here in Texas specifically, and it's insane high for the need. Yeah, and some places they're saying it could be 3 years, a year. Depending on where in the U.S. you go. Some of these places are not. The wait time is less because they're not. They have more need. They have more kidneys to give in this area than people needing them. So okay. Yes, Bobby's old nephrologist told him 5 years, and now we're going into year 6 of dialysis. And Khalil says, I did look at prior to coming out there, so they're both in Texas. But in my case, as I've shared, not all hospitals will do high risk kidney, pancreas transplants. So I think I helped Baylor out in a sense, which doesn't bother me. Yes, you like yes, Cleo, you had a double whammy. That you needed to have both. I do. I think it's pretty common because I'm seeing a lot of websites always saying kidney pancreas, which is the reason why that's the case is because diabetes. Diabetes can lead to kidney disease. So if you are a diabetic or pre-diabetic, be aware and pay attention to your kidneys. Get them checked. People might not be looking at your kidneys like that, but make sure you're getting them checked. Drink a lot of water, which I need to do. I'm telling you guys this and I'm not doing it. It's bad. And now I'm gonna be peeing all night.
Yeah.
Hopefully not in the bed. What?
You become so gauche on these lives.
Is that good?
If I said something like that on Not Live, you'd be like, yeah.
I mean, like, it happens, right?
Insane in the memory.
No, it's never happened to you. Not even pregnant. I have not peed the bed even when I was pregnant.
You threw up on me.
But that's your fault. You put your hands underneath me.
Well, I was trying to be comforting to my wife who was having an issue.
Yeah, okay, I'm trying to see what else. Anything else on here that I missed? Take a break from it. Okay, yeah, so they're just kind of talking. It's crazy that he didn't know about doing home hemo, which is dialysis, and all sorts of other stuff that he was never told about. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing with dialysis. Some people, they don't share, they don't necessarily, won't get approved to do home dialysis, so you have to go to the clinic. You might be at more high risk, which is another reason why you have to go to the clinic because they need eyes on you, and probably to weigh how much fluid you're getting, and you got to do calculations at home. So it is very complicated. It's thank goodness for degrees, huh? You gotta go to school, guys, because you need that math.
I get more degrees in thermometer.
Yeah. Even like when I signed up to be a donor for you, I checked the box for um, being okay with a mentor contacting me. I don't know if anybody that has potentially considered being a donor has clicked that box. And actually, her name is Allie. She messaged me today, but I've mentioned this story on here. She was trying to be a donor, just a random. She works for this, by the way, but she wasn't then. She was trying to be a donor for her friend's son. I think he was like 3 at the time. Wasn't a match, and they ended up doing the paired exchange program. Same thing. Both people were doing really. The kid is doing very well. The person that she gave to did very well. So it's just like everybody's just like do. Ooh, hungry? Is that your stomach?
No, yawn.
Oh, I thought I heard that's outside. My stomach does that, like growling.
Well, it's because you got no gallbladder.
I don't have a gallbladder.
As Savannah would say, Mrr.
No, that's what you tell them to do.
Listen. I'm a good boy.
Okay, so Cleo, you're saying yours was caused by uncontrolled sugars. Mine was 10 to 12 years. Well, hold on. 10 to 12 years of extreme highs, so I tore my body up. But if you are a diabetic, please get everything checked. Yeah, because what I dealt with was a living hell. So Cleo, just write in the comments, how are you feeling? So since you've been home, and how many days have you been home now? And we'll leave him with that. Cleo, again, for those that just popped in or just listening now, he just had a kidney pancreas transplant. He is home. I know he was doing well. He was up and moved. Okay, we're talking about the donor, the recipient. He was like the fact that you told me you were up and moving, you were walking around. I was blown away. I didn't think that would be the case for a recipient. I know, like, it's key to get people up and moving right away, but like, he's walking out in the hallway. So, yeah, that. But you got to look at the fact that like, you're able to manage. So he felt like he had energy right away. I remember you saying that to me, Cleo. I remember you saying, like, I felt like a whole different person. And that's what's amazing, to go from having no energy to, like, just being this sprightly, kind of ready to run around.
You had to get to the PlayStation.
Had to get to this PlayStation, yes. Okay, so Cleo says this is day 2 of being home, feeling great so far. They told me I could actually drive today. What? So I took the bike for a... Wait, So wait, time out. You took the bike. So when you say bike, do you mean like
Motorcycle?
vroom vroom, or you mean like ding 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 ding? That's the bell on the bike.
A bicycle.
But the bell.
Say a bicycle.
A bicycle, but the bell.
You and your onomatopoeia.
Oh, come on. That's what you love about me. Wow. So, okay. So he's out. Okay. He took his bike out, whatever this bike is. He took it out. Day 2 of being home. Oh, Allison said that Khalil went to the store downstairs in the hospital. Yeah, I remember him walking all around. He was telling me. So I mean, it's just, it's, to me, hearing your story, Khalil, has made me feel like, okay, like, does it calm your nerves at all? I don't know if you were nervous. I'm sure you probably are at times.
Yeah, but not. I'm more so nervous because of the picnic day. You know what I mean? Like I need to be here.
Mm-hmm.
They can't just be single parent by you.
They won't eat.
They'll be wayward.
What do you mean, club child led?
Yeah, child led parenting. No dice. No. I mean, I need my family just as much as my family needs me, right? So.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, without a doubt. Khalil saying he was outside. Yes, I remember you saying you were outside, and when he was in the hospital.
Motorcycle, street gliding.
Okay, okay. So he took his motorcycle out day 2 of being home from a kidney pancreas transplant. Does that say enough for you? I mean, I thought they said that you couldn't drive for weeks.
Determined.
But he told him he could.
Determined.
Oh, you did pop a few staples. Yeah, okay. Sit your little behind down that couch and stay on the couch for a couple. I had to clear it up, because I was about to go. But sit down on that couch and stay on the couch for the next couple days. No bike.
Sit your narrow ass down.
Yeah, I was going to say that. And I was like, no, I shouldn't.
That's why I used to tell you when you were pregnant and you were doing too much.
I would be climbing over furniture and moving.
When we were doing the
kids room.
The kids room over. I come in there and she's like on top of the bed
of the
dresser.
The dresser.
You literally climbed over the dresser, and I said, "Tamara."
She's like, "You're like, I think I was like 6 or 7 months pregnant."
Pregnant.
No, I wasn't that big.
You
but
was
I was
pregnant.
But I was 6 or 7 months pregnant, and he's like, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm like,
Tamara,
"Well,
sit your narrow ass."
I'm like, I had to get something, and I needed to move the dresser, and I like to do things on my own, so I did it. So.
Even the OBGYN, when I told her, she's like, yeah, Tamara should sit her narrow ass down.
Yes, she did. Yes. Yeah. Oh. Michelle, if you ever come on here and see this, hi. That's what you're talking about, right, Michelle? Yeah.
She's good people.
Wait, what? How did we get to edibles? Khalil's mentioning I'm not using any, just edible. Oh, okay. So you're not smoking weed. Well, you are smoking weed and edibles? Are you doing this? Are you cleared to do that already?
Party, I'll be there soon.
I do know that they said you can do edibles for sure. I wouldn't do the smoking just because of lung cancer in my mind, but like that's just more
and you're introducing something again.
Yes, to an immunocompromised state. Or I'm not immunocompromised, but
But you can't do smoking.
I can't. I lose my voice.
Even when you get in a car that like. It has a hint of it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one cigarette, you still, you hop on it.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, so Cleo said you were driving mainly because of the pain meds. Yeah. Take it easy. You probably want to get off those pain meds before you really drive and let yourself heal. So you don't want to end up back in the hospital. You're out. Stay out, please. Thanks. Please stay out.
You're a new person now.
Yes. And just I know it's hard, but lay low. Pretend you still get dialysis.
The time that you spend now getting up to speed will make sure that you're up to speed longer.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So was there anything else, Brian, you wanted to
wrap it up?
Okay. So
I
Brian,
gotta clean the kitchen.
Yeah.
I gotta make breakfast because you guys are leaving early.
Yeah.
I got stuff to do.
Yeah, I gotta get up early. That means I gotta get the babies up really early.
Why are you getting the babies up really early?
I'd like to put all that information out there. Okay. Sorry. Sorry, guys. This is very public. So I don't like to share everything about our life, Brian. I know I seem very like...
Understood, Cameron.
What?
No, just
He was
said
getting
you-
snippy. You saw that, right? You saw the public saw he was getting snippy with me.
I don't know what you're talking
See, you see the face, hands crossed. Go ahead, you do it.
No, it's your thing.
No, it's not my
I
thing.
had to do your thing.
I've talked. That's not my thing either. You
Yes, that is
you
your
made
thing.
me do that now, and
You
then
just came down here just random. You probably
I
came out for ice cream. And you just,
I
heard
came down to
all
fill
over
my
me.
water first. That was the real thing.
So now you know. Good.
Since he doesn't want to do it. Okay, guys. So we're wrapping this up at 50 minutes. So it's time. So how you can help? We have 3 shares. First share your spare kidney bean, as Brian likes to say, by going to our website, kidney4bt.com. And please consider being a living kidney donor for Brian. Our second share is share our story. We have social media, as you know, like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We have our flyer. We have our website. You can buy
Magnets.
car magnets still. We do have a couple yard signs still left if you'd like to buy those. This is helping us promote the need that Brian has, and just getting the word out there. And we cannot get the word out there by ourselves. So we are really dependent on
Need soldiers.
our community, our friends and family, the strangers that we do not know that have helped. We're thankful for all of you. Our third share is share your spare change. So we have a GoFundMe page set up. The GoFundMe page is set up to tackle Brian's medical needs, and that's pre and post transplant needs, flying to out of state transplant centers, staying in these out of state transplant centers. If we ended up having to go with a deceased donor and having to be there for multiple months on end, because they don't want you leaving the state. That's going to help that. And then post, as you guys know, the medicine. He's going to be on immunosuppressant medicine for the rest of his life, amongst who knows what else, and whatever other needs, doctor's appointment needs, the co-payments, whatever. What am I missing? Stuff? Deductibles, yeah. And just like, I also have thought about, like, I'm trying to set up an environment that when you have had your surgery, I'm saying when, because I'm like putting it and manifesting this positivity out there, right? When you had your transplant, I want you to have like an environment in your home that things are clean and healthy. Yeah, like the home becomes a bubble, like a healthy space. So, I'm getting what are these? The air purifiers, which I've heard are really good to have in the house, and I'm just thinking about stuff like that. So even that stuff is really helping us. So just so you guys are being very transparent about where the money is being used, I am going to update our GoFundMe soon. I am way overdue. It's been a month, and that's it. So, Allison, you want a magnet? Okay. Go to kidney4bt.com. You'll see it on there. I think it's under shop or store or something like that. And go through that, and we'll take care of that. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for joining us. We might pop on sometime during the week, but we'll definitely try to pop on Friday next week, probably around the same time. It's usually after the babies go down. And yeah. Anything else?
Have a good weekend. Enjoy.
Bye. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys later.
Yes.